Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
RETHYMNO CRETE GR Food Tour. Lamb Feast, the best bakery homemade meal at Legendary Taverna and More.
What's RETHYMNO?
I don't know.
That's a place?
I'm inclined to think that's a food.
Oh.
Yeah, but let's skip the intro. Where are we at?
I never heard of
Legendary brewed coffee. So I went to Brew Your Mind right here in the Old Town. They're a specialty coffee shop and specialty coffee school. That means that there's a lot of expertise going on in there. I got myself a cold brew because it started out a little cold this morning, but now it's getting hot. That's excellent. So refreshing, fruity. This is their specialty roast that they make in-house, and they've got coffees from all around the world. This is great.
That's at the Brew Your Mind airport. Peru canceled, Indonesia delayed. Huh. I guess where the coffee is from? Interesting.
Perfect start to my day. I'm working up a hunger, but as I'm walking through these old town streets, you cannot help but notice all the history and the cultures throughout every single street and corner. You see the influences of Venetian, the Ottoman Turks, and even the Egyptians. For example, this lighthouse right behind me, built in the 1800s when the Egyptians ruled in RETHYMNO.
Oh, it's a place.
Oh, I guess, yeah, RETHYMNO Crete, the city in Crete, I guess.
Oh.
We've been to Hania in Crete. Now it's a different city.
This bakery has all of their goods right up on the window when you walk in. It smells like fresh baked buttery pastry.
That's a great way to attract people.
Yeah, I'm noticing they like flaky dough in their pastries.
This is the I like it.
Flaky, that is. This is mushroom and peppers. Wow, look at the layering in this pastry.
But flaky with phyllo or like with
God,
flour?
So buttery.
What?
Like flaky with phyllo dough or like regular flour dough? Like what kind of dough?
I'm pretty sure phyllo is with flour, no?
I don't know.
How else you make dough without the flour?
I thought it was a different type of like.
I think phyllo is just method the process, yeah. But this you still use flour though.
To get it that thin? Wow.
I think so.
I thought it was a whole different.
Well, how would you make dough without flour? With what?
Like you know how sometimes for like example you could use wonton paper to make like a pastry.
And what do you think wonton paper is made from?
I don't know.
Some
sort of flour. It could be like not like wheat flour, but it has to be flour. I feel like.
Like sometimes you can cook with or like bake with what is that? Farina. Farina.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's still like kind of flour though.
No, it's a different kind of flour.
Okay, but it's still like kind of like flour. It's like cornmeal, for example. It's also kind of like flour.
No, if you gave me cornmeal as a portion
but I don't
of
know
flour,
if you can make
it's gonna be a
cornmeal.
problem.
I don't know if you can make dough out of cornmeal though.
You can because there's corn tortillas. No. And I like
but they use
tortillas.
corn flour, I think, not corn cornmeal. I don't look up a recipe, but I'm pretty sure it's flour. I don't know how we make dough without flour.
This is so. Oh, that's exactly how I like to eat it. I like to fluff the flake. I love pastries like this.
Incredible.
This looks really good, actually.
Vegetables are
Yeah, Rochelle, it's flour.
What do you mean?
In phyllo dough, you use flour.
It's flour?
Yeah.
So how do they get it so thin?
You put, I don't know, you roll it and make it very thin.
Oh, this is very hard.
Yeah. It's just a different process. I don't know how you make flour, how you make dough without flour. I don't know how that's possible.
With cornmeal, like milled corn?
That's still flour though, it's just...
I think flour is like wheat. Flour is like wheat.
There's almond flour, it doesn't have to be wheat.
Yes, exactly. But flour is called like the how it's presented. It's like a flour. You understand that?
No.
Layered throughout the pastry. So you have like doughy pastry, mushrooms, and peppers. Look at how juicy that is in the center there. And then you have the dough marbling through in between the mushroom and peppers. And outside it's so crispy. Might be made with olive oil. I'm not entirely sure because a lot of pastries here
are made with olive oil.
The flakiness comes from butter though, I think. Because how it's same like the pate, the flakiness comes from butter. So that's how the flakiness comes.
With olive oil.
Let me see how much butter they use. They probably use a lot of butter. Actually, don't you forget it? No.
One more, and then
Interesting.
I want to try the apple one.
So how do you make it flaky like that? Because you
Did you hear that
you
crunch?
hold the
The
butter.
crunch is, that's how you know. The other pastry I got was a sweet one. This is like an apple pie strudel almost. Look
This
at that.
is
The
good.
pastry's a little
Wow.
bit thicker. The apple in there, you can smell the cinnamon. Look at that, how gooey and beautiful and glossy that is.
Wow, I'm hungry.
Interesting.
Man, when you don't have food,
Wow.
you drink.
The apple is so good. The cinnamon, the juiciness of that apple jam. The apple's diced in.
I kind of want to make it now. It's interesting.
So what's the process? How is it different from how you usually do it?
It has like what stands out is white vinegar they put in it.
Oh, vinegar.
Yeah, I've never made dough with vinegar.
Me
Maybe
neither.
that's.
What's, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that does something to it. Aside from that,
Because
it's
that
recipe
would help a
straightforward.
lot. Because then we can replace butter. If it's flaky like
Well,
that.
they do use olive oil though, so it's
Olive oil?
the same
Oh.
thing as butter basically. Well, not the same. It serves different purpose, but anyway.
Small little cubes so it doesn't pull. You just get perfect amounts of apple in every bite. The crust is kind of just like the crust on the outside of a croissant. And then it's doughy and soft on the inside. This is
My heart.
warm, fresh out
I'm
of the
so
oven this
happy.
morning.
It does
When
look
you
good
walk
like
up
the
to it,
really good.
you
apple
see
pocket
the
kind of.
cutting
We've been wanting to make
pastries
some like
out
that.
of
Yeah.
the giant baking sheets that they're in. So cool. You can tell they probably are up at 3 a.m. to get
Yeah.
everything ready because this
Must
is
take a lot of
extremely
time.
fresh.
Wow. That's a must. That's a must place
This
to
is
go.
heaven.
Must see.
And you
Must
don't
do.
need this for dessert.
Must
Like,
eat.
seriously, have it any time of day. Please come here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She convinced me.
We've spent 10 months in Europe. as a
Especially, you know,
pastry
for
chef.
me, how I usually like a place when they give you this kind of bag is usually the good pastries.
15 years.
Starbucks give this kind of bag doesn't mean it's good.
Might I say, maybe RETHYMNO is known for their bakeries. Because I've seen other ones that look
Probably.
really
They look
good.
good.
But that, by far, should make this place known for its bakeries. That is the best bake shop I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Alright, so those pastries
I
were
knew I was a quick
heavy. I'm not really hungry yet. We've been walking around Old Town and doing a little bit of window
It is
shopping.
pretty.
Stopped at Bonobos, which has some really good cocktails and craft beers. Crete actually has really good craft beers. So what I haven't tried yet is the Jasmine IPA from Strange Brew Brewery. And this is it right here. It looks thirst quenching. It is definitely an IPA and it's delicious. Alright, tucked away in the old alleys, you have this wonderful place. It's called Stella's Kitchen. They tell you what they've cooked for the day, and then you choose from that. If you got
I like places like that. They don't mess around.
For less.
Oh,
Loose. Great, crunchy.
Wow. Wait.
Green beans, avocado, peas,
Okay.
rice, glass pork chops.
I never seen rice
Some
in
pistachio,
Greece.
small olive, egg.
yeah, not the no. And when they do the grape leaves, they fill it with rice.
Oh.
Eating goes, spinach and rice, cauliflower, stamagati, the wild ones, and the last of the beef.
My dish has arrived. It is like the perfect.
That's like a home cooked meal.
Cooking. By the way, they make everything from scratch here. Like you're in a family member's home. I have their Greek potatoes,
I wonder,
large beef.
like, if it's like a menu, like every day, but people know, like, oh, I want to go over here because I know they're gonna have this that
No,
day.
they just said that they're cooking whatever they cook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I wonder if there's like a schedule. Like, okay,
Oh.
well, then on Wednesdays they do this, or Thursday
Well,
they do that.
so I don't know, obviously for this restaurant, but how in Lithuania they have it. The restaurants have what they call it today's lunch, like what they have for that day. So it's like random, but like you can order regular menu stuff, but like today's lunch, I guess they prepare a lot of it, so that's like cheaper, like usually like half price or whatever. So if you can want to order like today's lunch, you just get like usually they have like a soup and like something like this, you know. So that's today's lunch. But regular menus available. How I understand here, like there's no regular menu period. It's just like whatever we have.
Yeah.
So that I don't know how.
But
it
that's
works.
kind of hard for me because I like to know what I'm getting myself into.
Also, you come over, see what they ask, what they have. If they don't like it, you don't go. I guess that's how it works.
Peas and green beans and their chicken, which is like a sesame honey kind of sweet chicken. If you look at the plate, you see all the jus sitting at the bottom of the plate. So everything is like swimming in flavors and juices. I'm going in for the chicken first. I got
Ooh, it's soft.
a leg and the thigh,
Ooh, it's
which is the
soft.
best part. Get some of that jus in there.
Oh,
Yeah, the meat looks cooked really well.
yeah.
It's just falling apart in my fork.
You wouldn't be able to eat it because you don't eat thigh.
Wow.
I can eat
There's
around
only
the
a
bone.
light hint of sweetness. It's just a touch for flavoring and dimension. It's braised, slow cooked. It's fantastic. I'm gonna try a little bit of this potato.
That's a home cooked
The
meal.
beans.
That was made with
some
love.
Oh,
carrot.
but the title it did say home cooked meal at Taverna, something like that. It said. So it's a homemade meal. Yeah.
I love these giant beans. Oh,
Those are
the
really
green
good.
beans and the peas.
I'm not a peas girl though.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like
Fresh
peas,
and
but I like beans.
So good
Have
with
you,
chicken.
like-
They really did a great job of
I try
assembling
peas,
this dish for
but
me.
like if I see green
This is
peas
Andres'
versus lima
dish.
beans, I love lima beans, but I don't like taste of
These
peas.
are kind of sweet though.
I don't know.
I like these. I don't know.
They put together rice and greens, pork and leek, wild
Yeah, that
greens.
whatever the rice and greens look like, I think that's what they put into the green grape leaves. Because when they bite and show us, it kind of looks like a similar.
I like spinach, collard greens style. Here is the orzo with tomato sauce and beef. Let's go in with this pork and leeks first. Oh wow, look how that breaks apart. Wow, it's really good. The leeks and the pork together. And it's
It
kinda
does look good. It looks like a
very
solid
light
meal.
Juiciness. Let me try these wild greens. It's kind of like an arugula.
Wow, this is so different from
It's very good. That's like a wild bitter green. It tastes very.
This looks more like
like what my
home,
grandma, yeah.
home cook versus the other
like
stuff
that.
would look more like
Like
commercial
they don't
Greek
eat that
foods,
every
maybe.
day.
Right, like
that's
I
like
don't know.
maybe parties, like
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
but every day.
Yeah, it's kind of like cepeline, right? Like if they show Lithuania, they show cepeline, but that's not something like you eat. 'Cause the process is a lot to make. Blah blah
You
blah.
guys made it for me once.
Yeah, right. It's like traditional dish, but you like eat it once every 3-4 months. You know.
Healthy. This is one of Andres' favorite dishes that his grandmother makes. It's beef and the orzo in a tomato sauce. I see why. That's fantastic. Beef is tender. The orzo perfect. Not too tight. And the construction's very loose, kind of like rice. The rice and greens. Oh, it looks like a risotto.
That's what I
Little
was
soft kind of rice,
thinking.
like a short grain
I don't know what
rice.
risotto.
Risotto is like the you know how rice is like usually not like not too soupy, not too soft. This is like risotto is like almost like soupy rice.
Wow. And they smell so fragrant. It's like you're sticking your nose in a bowl of perfume. This is amazing.
What's this for?
Those roses were a perfect palate cleanser for this rice. That's like the filling of a stuffed grape leaf. Lemony
You're right.
rice.
No,
juiciness,
it's kinda just look like
lemon. Wow.
Because I know, like, whenever they bite it and show us, it kind of looks like rice with like some sort of greens in it.
They brought us a cake portocali.
I
That
like
is
it
orange
like this.
cake.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Yes!
Oh, how springy.
Spongy.
The sponge is kind of like a pound cake.
I like an orange cake.
Moist.
Yeah, I like her. This is different.
That is a porcupine. Beautiful orange fish. I just bit into a little bit of zest. So good. Perfect caramelized crust.
Wow. Wow. This is so good.
That was an amazing lunch. Words cannot express how wonderful that experience
That was so
Home-cooked
good.
meals, chatting with Stella and Stavros, her son, who also owns the place. You really feel like you're in Stella's home. You're sitting in her kitchen one moment and you're enjoying her food, and the next moment you're sitting in her
That's
living
really
room
cool.
and you're learning about her, where she comes from. It's just absolutely wonderful and enlightening.
I think this kind of places, I feel like maybe is a differentiating factor with like foods here and in Europe, like in terms of eating out. I don't know if you will find, maybe in small towns you will find that, but like in a big city, I don't know if you'll be able to find something like that, because everything just develops so fast. Like places like that get pushed out because of the gentrified. I feel like in Europe this is like way more common. Like even in Lithuania too, places like that was like super common. Here I don't think you would be able to. It's in the city. If you go somewhere like middle of nowhere in Missouri, I'm sure you will find somewhere. But like in a big
like a
city, I don't think
diner.
so. No, diner is like there's no character to it. Diner is just like
Really?
Yeah.
I would diners has the most character.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like local people making the food. Diners.
Yeah, but it's just like so basic. Oh.
I don't think so.
Alright, you guys know Greek yogurt is everything in Greece and in Crete as well. I got a Greek yogurt smoothie from Gelato It Meets Love here in the Old Town. I got their tropical Greek yogurt smoothie with pineapple, kiwi, and chia seeds. So very tropical flavors, pineapple too.
Ice
Super
cream or
refreshing.
milkshake?
It tastes almost like a
The place is called Gelato.it. So I don't know, it should be ice cream. Maybe it's hot, it melts into a smoothie.
breakfast yogurt bowl. It's perfect after our wonderful home cooked meal.
Gyro?
I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow. How do you feel? No, how do you...
We're in the village of Argyroupolis, a town about 25 minutes outside of RETHYMNO city center, but still in the RETHYMNO region. We're up in the mountains right now, and we're at Taverna Archeia Lapa, which translates to Ancient Lapa Tavern. This village is known to have the best lamb in all of Crete. So we're here to try the lamb Anticristo. I can't wait. Let's go check it out. Lamb Anticristo is given the namesake because of the style in
Wait, have you tried lamb before or no?
which is cooked literally across the fire. The lamb is slow cooked over fire and basted in salt throughout the cooking process, and that way it almost becomes cured and allows it to become crisp while it's slow cooking as well. The taverna will normally cook a batch for the day. Here the lamb has already been cooked, and you can see it's in the pans here being kept hot and fresh in the stone oven. Now they also grill pork over the open fire here as well. I wish I had enough room in my stomach to fit that, but I had to try the lamb, so that's what we're gonna have today. This is also a carbonated drink called gazoza. It's pretty much a Cretan Sprite. So I haven't seen it on many menus. I'm gonna try it here. It smells fruity, like a bubblegum almost. That's good. Super carbonated, nice and like strong bubbles. That's good. I read that it's like a Sprite. It doesn't really taste like Sprite. It's kind of like its own thing. Oh, almost like if you've heard of like Inca Cola or Upiña. It tastes kind of like that, but clear instead of the yellow or the orange.
Jupina?
Yeah.
That's like pineapple though.
Yeah, she said pineapple is like fruity flavor.
Oh.
Or else do they give you
But I guess what threw me off is the color, because Jupina is like yellow. This is like clear. I guess just no coloring.
olive oil as a condiment on the table? In America, you have ketchup and mustard. In Greece, they give you olive oil. Oftentimes, it's olive oil that's produced not very far from the location in which you're eating it. Look at that golden goodness.
This is interesting for me. I never done that.
Wow.
The olive oil?
You can smell.
Olive
How do
oil.
you use it for cooking?
Olive oil here got super expensive lately in the last year or so. I don't know why, but the prices have almost doubled.
Do they have to import it, or is it like...
Probably, but they used to import it before too. It's just lately it has gone really expensive.
Fresh and extra virgin this olive oil is.
Like, I really like to eat bread.
Wow.
I've done it before.
Wow. That is a nice pungent olive oil. I'm totally an olive oil snob now. Now that we had a tour through an olive oil mill at CRETE olive oil, I totally am looking for certain aromas and flavors. Look at this.
Lamb is
What a
good.
gorgeous dish of fresh roasted lamb. Look how beautiful and crisp that outer layer of the lamb is. Wow. Oh wow. Oh gosh. This is gonna be incredible. I already know it. Wow. I'm just going in with my fingers. I'm not even using a fork right now. It's so sticky. Wow. Okay.
She's a good eater. I like her. I
That's
like
my favorite. Juicy, salty, caramelly. It's like the actual meat has just begun to melt, almost dissolve. And then it's sprinkled with oregano on top just before serving. You can taste that because the lamb is hot and it starts to extract the aroma of oregano just as it's hitting your table. Amazing. It really is
It's lamb.
almost like pure.
goat.
I don't know,
similar?
probably. I know lamb is. I don't know, honestly. I know I like lamb, you know, because it was my
What don't you like?
what meat I didn't like. I don't like pork lard. I don't like it.
Roasted
That's not meat.
lamb,
That's lard.
which is
That's bad.
very
It's a big thing in Lithuania. Everybody loves it. I don't like it.
hard to achieve, but it is seasoned perfectly, and that's allowed the meat to kind of
Beef, not really my. I mean, I can eat beef, but not something I like. Oh, obsessive over beef. It's okay for me.
dehydrate and cure during the cooking process while it's
Rabbit is probably the most
amazing.
delicious.
Squeeze some of this lemon juice over it.
Rabbit and the lamb.
So, what do you rank for
I'm so happy
foods?
right now.
Meats? So,
Rabbit, lamb. That's it.
chicken, fish, pork.
Yeah, chicken, pork, cool.
Everything else is like, it's
Yeah. Yeah, everything else is okay. But rabbit is
Does nothing remind you of rabbit, or has it like any...
Amazing. And then you're looking out onto this beautiful scenery, the mountains, stone.
it melts in your
All
fucking
the way up
mouth. It's
here, you see
so
sheep
soft.
and goats, and then you see the beaches and the greenery, the vegetation. This
Mashed
area in
potatoes.
specific
I think that's what they say, like,
has
for really good meat, like the Wagyu beef is like melts in your mouth. That's the really good meats.
Yeah, I've never tried it. Out of my budget.
a lot of vegetation because they do have a lot of water. There are actually a ton of natural springs and waterfalls that we may not get to see today because night is falling, but they are definitely here, and it's pretty much the only place in Crete where you can find these beautiful natural springs and waterfalls. There's so much flavor, even in the bone. There's like these little pieces that you can pull off. So good. And here, so good. You get a little part where it's like extra salty. The meat is like extra melty. It was probably like in the corner of the pan or something. This is like the perfect bite. You have a little bit of meat. On the other side, you have some skin, and it's bubbly and crispy. The grease, the fat, just like squishing out. It's like liquid. Your meal is never truly finished in Greece. As it usually happens, we ask for the bill, and they bring us dessert and raki, which is always a little bit more raki than you actually need. These are these nice little baklava pastries. Every restaurant always has a little something different. This one's good. Very soft. It's more sesame. It's got a lot of sesame seeds in there, wrapped in the filo. It's really good. Thank you guys so much for
She did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it to the very end. Wow. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. If you like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.